Hello everybody, happy Thursday. So I just finished reading Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, and I don't really have anything to say about it because it was exactly like the movie, which isn't a bad thing because I love the movie, but it was literally like reading the movie. So I don't have anything to say about that. If you want to read Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, go for it or watch the movie. Anyway, but I also am reading The Geography of Bliss by Eric Weiner, and it's amazing. It has totally changed my view of happiness and just people in general. Let me read this little thing here. This is on page 13. We humans are creatures of the last 5 minutes. In one study, people who found a dime on the pavement a few minutes before being asked on the happiness question reported higher levels of satisfaction with their overall lives than those who did not find a dime. Researchers have tried to get around this quirk of the human psyche through something called the experience sampling method. They strap little Palm Pilot-like devices on research subjects and then ping them a dozen times a day. Are you happy now? Are you happy now? Here, though, the Heisenberg principle rears its head. The mere act of observing something alters it. All of that pinging, in other words, might affect the subject's happiness. Also, most people want to present a happy face to the world. That explains why people consistently report higher happiness levels when they are asked in face-to-face interviews rather than mail-in surveys.
Mommy?
And we report even higher levels of happiness if the interviewer is a member of the opposite sex. Instinctively, we know that happiness is sexy. So reading that, I decided that it's not just true, but it really made me think about it, because I'm a cashier, so I come across 100 people a day at least, and I always try to be nice, even if I'm having a bad day, even if things aren't going so well, I haven't had my break, or, people are just grumpy, blah, blah, blah. I decided that if somebody's having a really bad day, a customer, then me being nice to them isn't going to change their day. It might make them not hate me, which is important and nice, but what if coming in contact with me or you or anybody changed the way that they viewed their day? So I decided to implement in my life the compliment experiment. And what the compliment experiment is, why am I saying that word funny? Anyway, the point is, I come across tons of people every day, and I don't know what's going on in their life. I don't know if they're happy, I don't know if they're sad, I just know what they're buying. And I decided that there's at least 2 people every single day that I come across where they have nice hair, or they have nice jewelry, or whatever. There's something about them that strikes me, that makes me think, oh wow, that's really cool that they have that. So what if I said something to them? What if I see somebody who has, nice makeup, and I say, I like your makeup today. Or, oh, that's a really cool necklace. It's so simple. It's so small, so simple. But I know for me, every time somebody's giving me a compliment, even if it's crazy, oh my gosh, you look like Scarlett Johansson, which I used to get a long time ago before Scarlett Johansson blew up and I didn't know who she was, but people used to tell me I look like her. Anyway, you don't have to agree or disagree on that. We'll just leave it there. But every time somebody has given me a compliment, it's made me happier inside. It's really made my day better. And so I decided that every day I'm going to compliment at least one person. And I've made some rules to this experiment. And number 1 is that I will compliment at least one person every day. It could be a stranger, it could be a friend, it could be my kids or my husband or anybody. Could be my boss. And number 2 is to be genuine. Don't just say, oh, I like your scarf, if you really think it's the ugliest scarf ever in the world. You know, it has to be really something that you think is nice. Number 3, make eye contact. Don't just say, oh, I like your shirt, it's cool. Because that doesn't mean anything. What if you looked them in the eyes and said, I really like your makeup today. So those are my 3 rules. Very simple, very easy. But I really think that it's going to make a difference. I'm not saying that the world is going to change and people are instantaneously going to be thrilled with their lives. But, you know, every million miles begins with a single step. While I butcher that quote. But, you know, I've started it the other day. This is going to be a long video, by the way. I started it the other day, a couple of days ago, and I just started out small, like, oh, I like your necklace, I like your shirt, whatever. And I've already seen, like, the effects, like, people, like, even if they're just, like, kind of dragging their feet, you know, and I say, oh, I really like your hair, it looks really good, and they're like, thank you. And they leave smiling. And it's not just about customer service, because nice and polite is enough for customer service. But I really think, and I hope I'm not being too vain on this, but I really think that that small thing that I said to those people made them happier that day. And what cooler thing is that to make somebody else happy? I cannot talk today. I'm sorry. But, you know, but I've also experienced some kind of not so great reactions. Like the other day, I was wearing a black shirt, a V-neck, and a red tank top. And somebody else came in wearing a black V-neck shirt and a red tank top, and I was like, oh, I really like your look. The red and the black, that looks really nice. And I kind of laughed, and she thought I was being a smartass. And she was just kind of like, thanks. But, and that's okay. It is okay that she did not appreciate my compliment because she thought I was being a smartass. But, you know, some people don't like compliments. But I really think that the people that don't like compliments are the people that think that you're being a smartass. So, rule number 2 is be genuine. Like, maybe I didn't come across genuine because I was also wearing the same thing. So that's something that I need to work on in my experiment. And that's why it is an experiment. Because now I'm going to try to not seem so smartass-ish. So I really encourage you guys to go out, you know, compliment some people, but mean it, mean it, mean it. I can't stress that enough, because if you're just not meaning it, then you might actually make their day worse. And that's not what we want to do here. We want to make people happier. And so, yeah, if you want some interesting insight into the world of happiness, pick up this book, Geography of Bliss. I got it on bargain for like $4, so. And it's really great so far. I'm not really very far. I am on page 15. So I got a long way to go, but this book is very enlightening, very good. It's in your travel section of your local Barnes & Noble. Should be. And if they don't have it, they can order it for you for sure. So, yeah! Geography of Bliss! Hooray! I'm happier just thinking about it. So, anyways, go out, compliment some people if you want. If not, that's cool. Just put on that happy face, guys. Like this. Work those facial muscles. And I'll talk to you guys later. I love you all, and I hope you're having a really great day. And I genuinely think you're grand. Okay? So I'll talk to you later. Bye.